Hi everyone, and welcome to Making a MOOC episode 13. I've just done a live presentation for the Ethics, Analytics, and Duty of Care course, and we can see that live presentation in the Activity Center. So here's the Activity Center, and it's no longer live, of course, because I'm doing this presentation now. But here it is. The recording is now available, and people can watch the recording, and there it is. So I like that, but tomorrow I'll have a new presentation here, and you won't be able to see it anymore, at least today's. So I want to save that and make sure that I've properly archived it. And the way I do that historically, and the way I'll do that for this course, is through the use of what I call presentations. So what's a presentation? Let's go to my personal web page, and I'll do a quick introduction here. So here's my personal web page. This isn't it. Here it is. And then in my personal web page, I have a subpage called Presentations. And so here are some presentations that I've done. And here is a presentation page. So you can see it splits into different components. Here's the video of it. I put the slides up as well, and I have the audio feed. So, and then there's links for all of these things. And then there's a short description of it, and that's it. And the idea here is that you can access all the materials for the presentation in a single location. When I have a transcript for the presentation, I don't seem to have one here because I'm sloppy. I don't have one here either. Let's try this one. Here we go. If there's a transcript, you'll also be able to view the transcript right here on the same site. So, and that's my intention with the course. So how do I set this up? So let's close this. I don't need this anymore. And so we'll come back. So in the website itself, in the Ethics PLE website, so here's my list of presentations. I have no existing presentations, so the way I'll do it is I'll make a new presentation. And that's usually where I start, is I start by making the presentation, and then I'll add everything I want to the presentation itself. So I'll make a new presentation. What did I call this one? I've forgotten what I called it already. That's really terrible, isn't it? Well, I'll just make up a title. But you really should remember your titles. So let's make new presentation. So here we go. The title. How to add your blog to the course. Close enough. Now the presentation link I won't be using because that's usually a link to the conference or whatever. Really, I'll just be linking back to this course. So actually, and that's just what I'll do. https ethics21.mooc.ca/presentation/1. There we go. So, and then the conference is Ethics Analytics and the Duty of Care. I might change this. In fact, I'll probably change this up so that it links to, in fact, I should do that now, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. So for here, I don't want conference so much. And I don't want links so much, but I'll leave link in here when I'll think about that. So let's change the form up a bit. so that I can associate presentations with courses, first of all, and modules, most importantly. So let's go into the form, list form. And so I'm going to list the form for presentation. Here we go. Oh, and I don't even have default form data for a presentation here. I wonder if I have it on my home site. I might. So let's just check. Make list form. Presentation. Yeah, okay, so here we go. So I'll just use this. So I'll just copy this, and now I'll put this in my ethics presentation page. Or here we go. So what I'm doing is defining the form that I can use to create a new presentation. So we'll just have a look at that. So here's the new form. Let's look at what the new form looks like. So I've already created a presentation. Doesn't have much in it, but there it is. So I'll just open that. So here's the new form for it. So add author, add post, okay, and some of this other stuff is down here below. So what I'll do is, and I can upload media. So I'll try to use that. We'll see if that works. Yeah. So, all right. So the main thing I want to do here is associate the presentation with a module. So I'm going to edit that form. Okay. So that's a key list like that. So I'm going to want to put it, let's put it right after in fact, I'm not even going to categorize these. I don't need to categorize these, I don't think. So I'll just remove that data item and I'll put module key list. Okay. So we'll put that in here. And that's updated. So let's reload this. See, now categories disappeared. Module here now is available. And I can just add the module, update. And now this presentation is associated with this module. Now, if we come to the module page, I don't think I have the list of presentations associated here. Probably not. No. So why don't I edit the module form? List form. Yeah, this is the form. Okay, so we'll open up the module form. And so event, author, course, and let's just add, okay, so that's for the module. And let's just add, we'll put it where? Let's put it here. No, event, task, presentation. Right after event, right before task. So we'll put that in here, presentation. And so we'll save that. Again, just updates automatically. So we'll come back now. Let's look at the module. And we come down here. Here's the presentation. So I can edit this. Well, I'm going to view this actually. So this really should take me to the edit page. I don't know why it doesn't. Does this? No, that's kind of. So I need to fix that in Grasshopper so if I wanted now, I could add a presentation right here. But again, it should. I think it does on my home page. See, the way this link stuff is supposed to work, so if I have a presentation, right, list presentation, so let's look at one of the presentations, So here we are, and now I should have edit as an option here, so I can just jump into the edit. Now I'm editing the post, right? So I need to update the view for that in my MOOC software. So, but I'll put that to the side for now, because I'm more interested in just the logic of making the presentations for this video, but I'll note that as something to fix. Okay, so I've added the module to the form. I think that should be all I need. So let's go back now to the presentation. So let's list the presentations. Right, list the presentations. Okay, so here we are. Now we're editing this presentation. So we describe how to add your own blog to the course in 3 steps. All right, and create a blog, add the RSS feed, and then write a post in your blog with an Ethics 21 tag. There we go, and we'll make that look like a nice little list. So there's the presentation description. It's in the module. Okay, the author is me. I really should have that default to that. This post now will be for the transcript. Now I don't have a transcript for this because my transcript failed, and the advice was empty your recorder cache. I did that and I tested, and now the transcript works, but I still don't have a transcript for that other recording. So we'll come back to that in a second. I don't really need the presentation location or org, and I'll remove these actually right from the form. Let's do that now. So presentation. So I don't need these. So location and org. I don't need the list of attendees. Actually, I don't even need conference, do I? Because it's not a conference, it's a course. So maybe I could add the course, but I don't need to add the course. I've attached it to modules, and modules are all attached to the course. So that's all I need. Okay, so that's good. Come back to the form. Let's reload the form. There we go. So it's removed some of that stuff. So presentation slides is the location of the slides. If there were any, there are none. Presentation audio is the location of the audio. Presentation video is the location of the video. And YouTube is the code, the little key code for YouTube. So I'd like this to be more automatic, but right now it isn't. So how are we going to do this? Let's go to the upload. Okay, so for now, what I want to try to do here, let's see if I can do this and see if it works. So here's the recording. Let's reload these. So this is the Google Recorder recordings. I did a quick test here. So here's the one I did for this ethics presentation. So I'm going to download it. I'm just going to download the audio file. I don't think there is a transcript. We'll try anyways. No, no transcript, like I say. Of course, you know, the very first thing, and it didn't work. So I could just save it to my desktop, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to open it in Audacity and save it as MP3. M4A probably works, but I'm not going to risk that. So here it is in Audacity. So I'm going to export this as MP3. With Audacity, you have to set it up a little bit to save it as MP3, but 2021 10:05 ethics. That's all I need for now, and I'll save that. So, and then you always have to fill in these MP3 tags. It's kind of annoying. How to add your blog to the course. See, way too much title, or way too much typing. Ethics analytics and the duty of care. Track number, this will actually be track number 2 because I did one yesterday, 2021, and that'll be all I need. So let's go OK. So it's saving, it's exporting it somewhere. I've forgotten where I'm exporting it to, so let's try to remember this time. Export as MP3, where did it go? Into audio. Okay. Into audio on what drive? OneDrive. Okay, so I'm saving it into the OneDrive. That way I'll have a backup of it. Always back up your stuff. Okay, so now we'll come back here and we'll browse. We'll go into D, OneDrive, audio, and it's probably right at the bottom somewhere. You see what I do? I name all of these according to the date, and that way everything's in order. And see the stuff that I put in here for the MP3 headings show up here. That's why I do it. Okay, so I've added that, so it's uploading. Uploading. Okay, and now it is uploaded. So it is saved to this MOOC file. Now I didn't wipe out the previous files, and now I guess I'm sort of stuck with them, but that's okay. Again, this should show up with a link to edit as well, just like the other thing. So I need to fix that still, but for now I'll just list files. So here it is. These are all the old ones from before. So here's the file. Here's the title, and the URL is here. So this is where it's located. Now I'm going to copy this because what I really want to happen is when I upload audio to the course or to the presentation, it should be added automatically to the presentation page. But I don't think it did. All right, so presentation audio, it didn't. So I'm going to put the link in there. Okay, so really what I should do, right, is I should just have, a little upload button right here for audio, and it'll be presented right there. There are no slides, so I really should create a default slide or something like that. Well, I'll leave that aside. Now there's the video that I just recorded, so we'll get the video from my YouTube feed. So your channel, and again, really I should have a little button that connects to media or something like that. So adding a blog to your course. So here's the video. I'll just stop that. So presentation video, and then the YouTube code. Here it is. I'm going to copy that and put that in here. Again, awkward, right? Awkward, but you know, you see the little things I want to automate. But that's my presentation. My presentation now is done. So I'll publish it to the web first, and it should show up as published as presentation 1. This doesn't seem to have worked, but I'll just test and see if it's here. Okay, so there it is. So obviously I don't have the nice CSS for the nice presentation, but this is still usable. I'll update the way this looks so that it'll look nicer for the MOOC. But again, you have the idea. I have a single presentation page. Here's the audio.
Okay, so now
here's the video. There's a description. If there were slides, they would also be available on this. And here, audio and video. So if I create a transcript, I'm going to have to, I want to create a transcript anyway. So let's, one of my links I think was still to Otter. Where'd it go? Search tabs. Let's try Otter. There it is. Switch to tab. Okay, so now Otter will allow me to create a transcript. So let's try that. Otter AI. No, I don't want to collapse the sidebar. I want to create a transcript. Let's go home. Okay, good. So import, browse, and now it's in the same location it was before. Normally I wouldn't need to do this. I'd get the transcript from Google Recorder, but if you don't have Google Recorder, you'll have to do this. So here it is. No, that's not it. Here it is. So I'll open this and I'll import. Okay. And there we go. 99%, 100. I have no more imports left. So that was my last import that it will allow me to do. I think that's per month, but I'm not sure. So ethics is processing now. It's going to take a few minutes. I'm not sure how long it'll take. It's not a very long video, but it does take a little bit of time. So anyhow, I'll describe what I'm going to do in case it doesn't actually happen. So what I would do now is I'd go back to my my presentation form. So edit, right? And I would create a post. So I create the post just by typing in the title of the post, how to add a blog for your course. And then that would allow me to edit that post, and into that post I would put the transcript. So I might as well actually do that. How to add a blog to your course, copy. I'm just going to name the post the same thing because why not? And I'll put myself in here as the author. I don't really need to, but I might as well. All right. So now I'll update this to add it to the, so now again, this should have the nice edit link here, and it doesn't, so it's just going to take me to the post page. But so I'll list my posts, list post, and then I'll come in here to the post. So I think I want my posts to have different types based on, is it a transcript or is it something else? This is a transcript, right? So, so here are the different types of posts. can I use any of these that I'm already using? Show notes, maybe? Announcement. No, let's create a new publication type. We'll call it transcript. So create new publication type. Okay, so we've added transcript. So now the next time we look at this, transcript will be one of the options, and next time I'll just push on the button. So saving this as a transcript is important, because now when the newsletter comes out, list newsletter, or list page rather, and we'll open up the newsletter. First we'll go into this one first. So here we have post, right? Post type equals link, type equals resource, but not type equals transcript. We don't want to put the transcripts in there, but what we do want are the presentations. So I'm going to put that in. So how am I going to do that? See, I had media. I think what I want to do is, see, and it's media, videos. All the presentations will be videos, but now I'll use the presentation database. Okay, you see, and now I don't need this URL. I don't need this tag. Expires equals 14. We'll make it expires equals 24, and the format will be summary just like before. So instead of putting the media directly in here, I'll put the presentation in here. So that way it'll result in a more elegant way of viewing this. So let's publish this post and this page, and you'll see what I mean. So I'll publish this. Now the rest of the newsletter isn't ready yet, so we're a bit early because it comes out at 5. But so see, videos, how to add your blog to the course. Here's the summary of it. And now I'll click on this. And, oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, I'm clicking on, so it's an old template. It is indeed an old template. So let's go back and fix that template. So that's presentation summary. So it's a view, right? So we'll list view. Presentation, we might have to go through a few pages here to get to it. Yeah, I know. Presentation. So I think maybe one more. Yeah. I have a lot of views. Presentation summary. Okay, so you see, stupid me, I have a hard wired URL in there, so STURL. So that'll be better. Date format equals nice, etc., etc. Download. Okay, so ahref equals presentation audio. Let's just put a line feed in here so it's a bit easier. Audio slides, if there's slides. Now, that should work out all right. Let me just. That should just point to a URL. So let's try that, and now let's look at this. Let's publish the newsletter page again. Okay, so let's list page, list page. Yeah. There's something breaking in my JavaScript, and I don't know what it is. And it might not even be the JavaScript. It might just be because I'm overloading my server and it's slow to load. I don't know. So let's list the page. Let's list the newsletter, course newsletter. And let's publish this page again. Publish. And let's see what it looks like. It's still broken. Okay. So download. Why is it broken? Presentation. Let's have a look here. We need to study this a bit. See, it doesn't seem to have the opening bracket here for ahref, right? So let's see. So download. It seems to be. Why is it missing that? That's really weird. Audio. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's put that down there just to make it a bit easier to read. Try reloading this page again, or publishing this page again, and then we'll reload it. That's better. Don't know what the problem was, but it wasn't picking up on that. That's a big gap there. So let's see if I can't narrow that gap a bit in the presentation summary. Okay. I don't know why there's such a big gap there. Oh, it must be in the actual description. I must have some extra stuff. So, all right, let's save that. Let's publish that and make sure it still works okay. Or reload that. Oh, it does that. It just breaks, eh? Wow, that's weird. So it needs to be on its own line. I have no idea why it's doing that. It shouldn't, obviously, but it is. Audio and slides, and it should be removing that link if there's no slides. Okay, so let's go back now to the presentation page. So list presentation. Okay, so here it is, and I probably got extra stuff. Yeah, you see I have a bunch of extra stuff there, and that might make it a bit neater. So we'll publish the page again, publish, and we'll test it. Yeah, it's a bit nicer. Still a bit awkward, eh? There's still a big gap, but that's an artifact of this application that I use, and it's not, because it revises the source a little bit. Well, it didn't actually, so I don't know why it's doing that, honestly. It does add, yeah, it adds a paragraph marker there, and you see if I unsource it and then put it back, see it's added that. It adds the paragraph at the bottom, so I don't know how to fix that. It's just it's the way this specific imported what you see is what you get application works. So okay, I'll just leave it like that. It'll be all right. Maybe I'll do it this way. It'll make it neater. So BR. Alright, so instead of using the lists, so I'll unlist this. Okay. And then 1, 2, and 3. And I'll go into the source, and actually I'll just remove these entirely. I know, this is terrible, isn't it? So, and now I'll just insert these BRs manually. Isn't that annoying? The things I do to make my newsletters beautiful. V. There we go. Let's look at that now. That's better. And now, when we publish our page, we'll look at the newsletter. Still a big gap there. Still a big gap, and that's because all of this, all the way down to here, is being defined as the content, and it's sticking a paragraph at the end, right? And the paragraph at the end is creating the extra space. So I might as well just, oops, I don't want that. I'll just put numbers on it and then remove the numbers I typed, and we'll just go with that. And the thing is, I know what's causing it. It's just the way the paragraph displays. It might display in the actual newsletter that you receive. So let's not worry about that at this point. In fact, it will display differently. So we'll just not worry about that for now. Okay, so that is the presentation page as it shows up in here in the newsletter. So when you click on this, and like I said, I'll fix the CSS so it looks more beautiful, but even now it kind of works. This is the formatting for this is view presentation.html, and we can see that. We'll go, or not present. It's presentation.html. So we list the view and more and more. I know, I'm sorry. We only have to do this once. Presentation.html. Let's make sure now I don't have any. See, this is the old SlideShare code. Now I stopped using SlideShare because it was sold to Scribed, which is evil. So let's change this now to STURL for the link to all presentations. We'll have to make sure that there is such a page. We don't use this anymore. Okay. Video, etc. Okay, all of that works. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to find the presentations HTML that I'm currently using on my website, and let's take that. We'll just take it and we'll use it here in this website. Yeah, that's the way to go. So here we go. So let's see now from the top now. So I have some style. What this does, if you notice on my web page, the presentations shrink or expand depending on how wide your page is, and I think that's a nice thing. So okay, we don't want downs.ca here, we just want STURL. Okay, and now here's the presentation slide player. So here now for the presentation embed, I'm currently using OneDrive. It's not very good, honestly. There's several reasons why it's not very good. The main one is your user experience isn't very good because it's really slow to load. But there are also some other things. But we'll leave that for now. Presentation slides. Okay. Okay, key table equals post. That's for the transcript. Key table equals right, if, oh right, I created a nice neat if then thing, right? If there is a transcript, then it'll put in a link to the transcript. Pretty cool, eh? So that's some new code that I added, and it's not even documented anywhere. And then conference link, we don't need conference link because there isn't a conference. We could put in the module though. So possibly how would we do that? We'd put in, so we'll just keep this if and end if separate so we can see that that's a separate thing. So now if we want to list the module here, so keylist db equals module, ID equals presentation ID. Oh wait, keylist, sorry, let's back that up, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, presentation. DB, that's the current database. ID, presentation, key table equals module. And the format we want, what format do we want to display it in? Let's just say list for now. And we'll just put module. And yeah, that'll do. So I don't need the conference link. That's all the downloads. It's not even part of the downloads, but doesn't matter. Right column, video container, summary, and everything else. That's good. Now I'm going to remove all of this old code. So now I've redefined my presentation page. So now when I look at it, it should look much better. There we go. That is much better. There's no gap there. That would be nice if I had a gap there. I don't know why I don't have one. Still don't have the header and the footer for my presentation page. So why don't I add that? So we'll come back here. Whoops. Is this where it was? No, here we go. So box course header, and down here box course footer, and we're done. Watch this. Oops. Isn't that better? So here's the link to all presentations. This doesn't exist yet, so I'll have to create this page. Or I might not even list it. I might not even include this link, but that's okay. So here's the presentation, and then here's the course footer and all of this stuff at the side. See, there should be, so videos now. What I should do, I should just make this presentation link, this link to course videos. I'll do that. So that way I don't need to create an extra page. Videos, copy link. So we'll come back up here into this where it says all presentations. And we'll just put that in here. And of course I don't need the actual course URL. There we go. So now we'll look at this presentation page, all presentations. Now it's the course videos page. Now the course videos page is going to need to be the list of all the presentations, which it's not currently. But that's no problem. We'll just take the we'll come back here to my website, and we'll use the existing code for my presentation page, list page, So I think it's all presentations. I think it might be easy to find. No, it isn't. So I'll have to scroll down a bit to find my presentations page. Here it is. So presentations. So here's the main thing that I need. Right here, the keyword. I mean, you notice I've put it in an ordered list tag, and so depending on the view, it'll give it a nice little dot so that you can see them each. So let's go back now to the ethics, analytics, etc. page. Here we go. And so this is the presentation template. We're done with that, so we can go now to list page, and where it says course videos. Really what I mean is presentations. So keyword media equals, so I'll leave that in for now. I don't think it'll show anything unless I specifically make it, so I'll just leave that in. So let's see how that looks now. So let's publish this page and we'll have a look at it. Open link in new tab. Here it is. Reload. Getting ready. Introduction. Well, that's the actual video, right? So I didn't pick up the presentation. Instead, I got that fix me message. Okay, that's terrible. Keyword db equals presentation. Format equals page list. I'll bet you I don't have a presentation underscore page list view. So let's use the other one here. Okay, oops. All right, so make list view again. So we're gonna go, and again, we have to scroll through all of these. That's my own fault. Presentation. Oh, I do have a presentation page list view. There it is. So that should be better. Well, actually, let's just get it out of what I'm currently using here on my website. Okay, presentation. Make list view. I really think that this is a server issue, not a JavaScript issue. Make list view. So we're going to find presentation page list. One more, probably two more, maybe three more. No, here we go. Presentation page list. This will probably look very similar because I haven't really updated this in forever. So let's come back here to Grasshopper, presentation page list. Let's compare the two. Okay. Yeah, it looks, yeah, you see there's the LI tag. So, all right, so we'll just leave this as new. So, and we'll put the ST URL. So this will be universally usable. Date, nice time, presentation, conference. There is no such anymore, so we don't need this anymore. We could put a key list for presentation module in, but I'm not going to put it in. Presentation org, we don't need anymore. Presentation CR date, presentation cat details, we don't need anymore. Presentation location we don't need anymore. So it's pretty simple presentation. So there's the link, the title, and then the description. All right, really simple. Date format equals, okay, CR date. So that should show it nicely there. Okay, let's see. Now, it might be the case that I have to make sure my presentation is published to the web in order to view it. So let's publish this and we'll see. Okay, we still have that problem, but I won't worry about that just yet. It does appear that we do need to publish it. So let's go. Okay, this is fine. Let's go now to list presentations. How to add your blog to the course. Let's publish it to the web. Make, so no, not make. Now we'll try publishing. This may be because I don't have the right data element in the database. That might be my issue here. Because this is new. This publishing presentations is new. So it's probably still not going to show up. No. Okay, so what I need, see if we come back to my home page. We'll list the forms, list form, and we'll look at presentation, and we'll pop into the table and presentation post. No. I don't see anything that requires that I publish this. Of course, this might not work here either, eh? Well, I'll have to fix that, but you get the idea, right? So I'm going to fix that offline because we don't need to worry about that just for the thinking behind the course part. Although, you know, the thinking behind the course part is still stuff that doesn't work, which is just so annoying. Because that really should show up. And for some reason it doesn't, and I don't know why it doesn't. Publish, list page, edit. Let's just take one more look. Format equals page list. Oh, duh. We don't need these cat detail stuff. Sort equals CR date, desk all. Alright, fix later cat details. Interview. Alright. Let's try that. That might be what was causing my problems. Publish. Let's see if it shows up now. There it is. That's what it was. Okay. So too many conditions. So there's what it'll look like in the newsletter. And there's what it looks like. Or sorry, there's what it looks like in the course videos page. And there's what it looks like on the presentation page. There's what it looks like in the newsletter. And we'll make sure that it shows up in the RSS news version of the newsletter as well. That's important. So let's do that one last thing. So let's find my page first of all. So this, okay. Is this what am I working in here? Edit. Okay, this is the presentation page itself. And this, okay, so let's find the page in here, list page. And so course newsletter RSS. So just like before. So we're not going to use media. We're going to use presentation. Right, sort, and now we don't need these conditions. Expires equals 240. Format equals. So that's going to be different. Now we need presentation RSS02. RSS02 and all. Okay. So that's the presentation, but we'll have to make sure that that format is good, because it might still be with links to downs.ca, which is bad. So let's go list view, and we'll have to go through these views to get to presentation underscore RSS02. Presentation underscore RSS02. Suppose I could just do it like this. That's faster. Should use my own system. So here we go. Presentation RSS02. That looks pretty good. That looks great. So let's try publishing this page. Oh, darn. Make list page. Of course, newsletter RSS. So I'm just going to publish it and we'll see what we get. Publish. We'll open it up now. Open link in new tab. So I should have the presentation. Here it is. ethicsmoocs.mooc.ca, presentation 1. Here's the description. And we're good. So that's it for this. We've got the presentations all set up. So there's still, there's a little extra work that I won't have to do all of this every time, right? All of this checking for formats. All I'll have to do now in the future is create the presentation page and then upload the stuff. And as this course progresses, I'll actually build in some shortcuts to make that a lot easier for myself. So all I have to do is fill in the presentation page and I'll be able to work right from that page. So that's it for this video. I'm going to have a short video to follow on podcast, but I wanted to keep that separate. But we've done 90% of the work for podcasts as well. So nice, eh? All right, so long for now.